How's it going, everyone? It's me, your boy, MTP ASMR, back with another what? Another positive video for your ears, for your listening, for your entertainment. Guys, you already know the day is today's another day, another dollar, another opportunity for us to be great, for us to reach our goals, do what we want to do, just to be the best versions of ourselves, guys. Sorry, I got a burp. Today, we're gonna be reading a new One Piece chapter. I got it over here pulled up on my tablet, and I'm just gonna talk normally for the rest of the video. And I'm just set the mic down, and we just gonna get started, guys. I'm over yapping. I'm trying to hurry up and get this done because there's a lot going on in this chapter apparently. So let's just get it started. You might hear crying in the background because there is a baby in the other room. So don't worry about that. Exactly what I said. She's crying. Okay. I'm gonna get pissed off because there's always ads in these damn videos or in these damn chapters. Okay. Ooh. Weekly Jump. They came out with a cover. And it's Luffy, and it's showing his basically his base form, Gear 2, Gear 3, Gear 4, and Gear 5, and it says One Piece. I will show you guys how that looks right now. Gear 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Alright. Now let's cut down to the actual Oh, no cover story this time. It's a full page picture Oda made. And it's okay, it's the whole crew. They're on like some island, right? But they're on top of these buildings, like crossing this like ladder bridge to another house with a bunch of like penguins flying around them. You see Luffy, he's like in the air with Usopp. Usopp is holding on to him for dear life. He has his tongue out crying while Luffy's eating meat. And you see all the rest of the crew crossing this bridge. You see Robin, Chopper, Frankie. They're all just looking at Luffy, like kind of smiling. So is Zoro. You see Brook in the background playing his violin, looking at a bird, penguin. I don't know why these penguins are flying, but that's pretty funny. You see Nami. That's funny. Nami, she's scared to cross, and she's holding on to Jinbei while Jinbei smiles as Sanji's trying to like help her cross the bridge. Let me show you how that looks real quick. After this damn ad gets on my face. Here, I'll show you guys. It's kind of blurry. But he's done so many chapters, like cover chapters or chapter covers or stories, whatever. It's finally good to see a full page color spread of just some regular art that he does. I think it looks really cool. Okay, so now onto the chapter. One Piece chapter 1155. 1155, The Rocks Pirates. Now we're about to get into the Rocks Pirates. We finally saw him in the last chapter, figured out who the hell he was, and let's get started. So, last time we stopped, Loki just fell off this cliff to the land of the dead, and Rocks just pulled up on him with Stussy, Nougat, and Shiki. All right, right now, okay, so Loki's sitting there. Rocks and the rest of his crew is talking to Loki. Loki says, "This is Elbaf, but Pops isn't here. He's on a voyage. You're all puny humans. This is the first I've ever seen one moving around for real." I think this is Stush. She's laughing. She says, "Ha ha ha! How cute." And then I think this is Rocks talking. He says, "Hang on. Did you just say Pops? You're Harold's kid?" Yep. And then you hear him, Roxy says, "I'm guessing he can still be reached even if he's away, right? What's your name? What's your name? Loki. All right, Loki, just do what I tell you. Head on home and get someone to send urgent word to your pops. Tell him to say, Loki has been seriously hurt. You've got to return to Elbaf at once. Loki, he's super mad. He says, watch your mouth. Do I look like I. He says, watch your mouth. Do I look like I take orders from humans? And then he's getting mad. He's about to punch him. He says, you seriously expect my father to drop everything just because I'm hurt? Yeah, right. Besides, someone as weak looking as you has no right to boss me around. you see you see Rox is winding up his sword. And it's looked like he has hockey like shooting throughout his sword. He's winding up his sword to hit him. At the it's the author text. He says Rock's swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact akin to a giant hammer or cannon fire. It was said to blow anything in the surrounding vicinity away. And that's exactly what he does. He smacks the hell out of Loki. He smacks the hell out of Loki. I mean, granted, he's a kid, but he's a super strong ass kid, and he smacks the hell out of him. Smacks the hell out of him. And then he laughs. He says, Wahahaha. There we have it. Loki has been seriously hurt. The author says, Harold's path crossed with this man, this madman, once before. It happened during the reverie that year. I'll keep hitting you guys. I'm sorry. It says, so we cut back to the reverie. We're going back to the reverie that they said an Emerald died, got murdered. It says, someone attacked, someone attacked and kidnapped 5 of the kings. Unbelievable. That big man is in black has to be the culprit. Cause Harold, he's the big, he was snuck in by somebody. And then we cut. It's Emu. It's Emu. Emu says, the lives of those serv- so, servants cannot be used to extort Mu. I'm guessing he's talking in the first person or third person. And then we cut to I don't know who the hell that is. Okay, no, this is Rox. He says, "No kidding, but it." Oh my God, please with these ads. He says, "No kidding, but it threw the Holy Land into total chaos, didn't it?" And it says the incident would be the first and last of its kind. An intruder made it all the way to the flower room, hidden deep within the Holy Land, which is Rox. Surprisingly, Rox is the only person to do this who actually who's talking face to face with Emu in his flower garden, and you see this lady. I'm guessing it's Gunko. She has the 2 eyes, but she's wearing this like veil, so we don't know who it is. I'll show you guys what this looks like. Who the hell is that? God, you can't really see. It's so blurry. All right. He says, the author says, the man claimed to be a Davy Johnson pirate. He knew there was nothing more he could do in that moment, so he withdrew with those words. Is Rox. He says, just wait. One day I'll be back. As he's looking eye to eye with Emu. Oh my God, these ads suck so much balls. Okay. All right, and now we cut down. He says, naturally, this incident would never be brought to light. Ironically, on that very day, there was. Oh my God, get out of here, you dumbass ad. Ironically, on that very day, there was another intruder in the Holy Land. And you see the celestial dragons. They're yelling. They say, "Look, it's so much bigger than a normal giant. I was, I want it as a slave. No, we should kill it and have it stuffed." These niggas are really nasty and ruthless. Like, motherfucker said, I want it. First thing motherfucker says, I want it as a slave. The other nigga said, no, let's kill it. Let's kill it and stuff it like an animal. It says, guards, protect the nobles. Guards, protect the nobles. As you see, the guards are surrounding Harold. Oh, Harold. Oh shit. He says, hot, 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 hot. I'm sorry. The negotiations went south, and I know trans, and I know trespassing is a crime, but isn't all this going a bit too far? This nigga, they set this motherfucker on fire, bro. He's literally on fire, running through the castle. Mary Gross. He says, "Don't let the guards." He says, "Don't let the kidnapper get away." Harold says, "That wasn't me, I swear." Look at Harold. He's on fire. They set him on fire. They set this man on fire as he's running away. And it says, an admiral was murdered. Oh my god, please get out of here. The culprit ran towards the castle. Proceed with caution. Huff, huff. Huh? It's just one thing after another, one of the Celestials says. Seize that bigum. You see Harold, he says, that must be the guy who kidnapped the kings. Who, how dare he use me as a scapegoat? I'll show him. And then you see Rox, he's running away too. He says, a giant in the Holy Land? Don't, don't, don't your kind uh lurk in the boonies? Lurk in the boonies? And then you see, oh shit. They both swing. Harold with his giant sword and Rox with his little sword, well, his regular size sword. And then you see Haki is starting to fly throughout the like the lightning, you know, the hockey lightning. It's like coming through them. And you see they're both looking at each other. And it says at the bottom, the author, he says, the clash between the two strangers. So they didn't even know each other. So somebody snuck Harold into Mary Groves for the reverie, and Rox, he just snuck in there to. I mean, he killed one of the admirals. I don't know about kidnapping the kings. I don't know who kidnapped the kings, but he definitely killed an admiral. He says the clash between the two strangers blew away everyone within a 5 kilometer radius. Um, Rox, he says, oh, as he's smiling, Rox says, Wahahaha, state your name. Harold, he says, Brahahaha, it's Harold. And Rox says, I'm Rox. Uh, Angle your next strike toward the town. They'll enslave you if you get caught. Huh? Why? Don't ask questions. And then they're running away. Harold says, how do I get to Elbaf? Rox points in a direction. He says, the new world is that way. Wahaha. If you survive this, let's meet again, Harold. He says, don't be ridiculous. Harold says, don't be ridiculous, as if I'd ever associate with a criminal like you. He jumps off out of Mary Groves. Like, he jumps off of it. He said, what the? Are you seriously just gonna jump off the edge? Yeah, he just jumped. He just jumped off the edge of the shit. It says Rox had taken down a naval. I'm slow, guys. Rox had taken down a naval admiral just moments earlier. Despite all the efforts to save him, the admiral did not survive. It was deemed the most grievous of crimes. In the blink of an eye, Rox's infamy boomed. The event sent a powerful shock throughout the seas. And you see Rox's bounty, but you don't see his actual number. But you see his bounty, or you see his face on a bounty poster, but you don't actually see how much his bounty is. Which I wonder, it had to have been like the most out of everybody before, because like it had to be the most. Okay, it says sometime later, a ship carrying a great amount of celestial tribute to Mary Gross was attacked. The gates of justice were destroyed, and the attacker fled the scene. The southern the sudden funds were later used to support Rock's pirates' activities. Until that point, Rox had always uh, acted against the world government, but after that, he started to target pirates too. In the world of pirates, there exists a long-standing tradition known as the Davy Back fights. We're bringing back the Davy Back fights, man. It's been literally long as hell since Foxy. That's so funny. I was wondering when they were gonna bring that shit back. The Davy Back fights, and then you see a bunch of pictures of like Rocks fighting a bunch of different pirates. He's shooting this ship. It looks like he cut off somebody's head. I can't really tell. And then he's got on boxing gloves and he punched some dude out. It says pirate crews would compete in a series of matches, wagering their flags or even their crewmates in a truly ruthless game. Rocks used this tradition to build his entire crew. And you see Rocks, he's talking to Edward Nougat, white beard, but you don't see his face. The text is covering his face, which is funny, but you see his little staff. You see Rocks, he's talking to him. You see Stussy and Shiki in the foreground as well. He says, "They've got amazing guys. You'll lose it when you see them." Um, it says they have won many scoundrels. They have won many scoundrels to their side before they even had a flag. After that, that's it. They made their way to Elbath, outer coast. Oh no, I rushed home as fast as I could, but I'm glad you're already turned the corner on your recovery. Thank goodness. I knew you're. I know that you're strong, Loki, but you shouldn't wander into the realm of the dead. You see Harold. He's comforting Loki as he's laying in bed, hurt, and Harold is above, like standing above him, like talking to him. He said, "You got lucky, escaping with nothing more than that after falling off the cliff. There's plenty more dangers just lurking deeper inside." Loki, he's laying in the bed. He's thinking, Dad really came back. It had, it has to be a coincidence. He couldn't have come for me. And you see Rocks. He says, "Rocks." Oh, so okay, so Rocks, he showed up to the island. He says, "Rocks." Oh, yeah, this is because this was all a setup to that. He said, "Rocks, I've heard all about your crimes. What are you doing here?" He said, "I missed you, Harold." And you see, oh, he has his full crew now. Not his, I don't know if it's full crew, but this is like more of his crew. You see a bunch of people actually. You see at least three more people, which is kind of crazy. He says, he says, "You gotta join my crew. The world government won't hear you right." He said, "The world government won't hear you out, right? You got it now. You get it now. It's time. The time has come." Harold says, "Don't be stupid. If I, if I, uh, God, I'm sorry." He says, "If I encroach myself with a thug, if I not associate, if I insure and if I insure myself with a thug like you, I'll lose all the goodwill I've built up with my allies." You see one of the guys, Rox's crew, he says, "This is a real feast, jahaha." And another one says, "So that's the king of Elbad." Stussy says, "He sure is big." Rock says, "What of it? Aren't those allies government pawns? What's the point of uh, reaching for something that's impossible? You gotta level the playing field. Don't be a wet blanket. Don't be a wet blanket, Harold. Elbath, Elbath has the greatest weapons in the world. If something churns your stomach, you should just crush it." God, these ads are pissing me off. Please get out of here. Did I scratch this? Damn. I don't know how that ever happened. Got a little bump on my thing. I don't know how that happened. Maybe because I keep smacking it. Anyways, if something churns your stomach, you should crush it. Harold says, "That's the way." That no, he said, "That's the only way. Elbath has changed. That's the old way. Elbath have changed. Please get out of my face, you dumbass ad. That's the old way. Elbath has changed. People never change. That same bloodlust is still pulsing through you. Hey." And Edward, he says, "Hey, can't you two just enjoy the meal?" As you see, everybody's eating like this giant meal on this because they're on the table. Harold says, "You guys should know that if you follow a man like him, you'll only be led to ruin." As Shiki looks up, he says, Shiki says, following that moron? Jahaha. Don't make me laugh. We're all completely out for ourselves. None of us would bat an eye if Rox died. And at the bottom, you see the text. It says, Shiki the Wicked, future Golden Lion. You see Stussy, she says, well, that's not this. Oh my God, please get out of here. I hate these damn ads, man. Well, that's not to say his plans don't have a certain appeal. They could prove very lucrative. It says Miss Buckin the Tech Bandit, Buckingham Stussy. And then you see this other guy. He says, "Have you heard of Hashinosu, the place they call the is Isle of what? Isle Isle of what the fuck does that say? Isle of ex exiles exiles? The Isle of Exiles, or even Pirate Island. Countless, oh my god, countries all around the world send their worst inmates there as a form of penal exile. And then you get his title. He said his name is Don Marlin. Don Marlin, gangster from the West Blue. He looks like a mafia boss with a cigar, a fedora, and a cigar in his mouth. And we cut down to Nougat. He says, "It was it it was meant to be a barren island with no food, where all you could do was wait for death." And his title is Edward Nougat, future Whitebeard. We see another guy. He says, "But last year the survivors started banding together, and why do you think that happened?" His title is Pirate Pirate Prophet Pirate Prophet Ochuku, future commander of the pirate island. And then we get another guy. He says, "Believe it or not, the island had a massive gold deposit. A shadowy organization found out and got involved. They helped the criminals amass a fortune that really pissed off the government. His name is Ganzu. Ganzu the smuggler. He's a big fucker." And at the bottom, Roxy says, "These days, anyone who gets near the island gets swarmed by the hardened criminals. They'll strip you of everything." So then we cut a deal with the government. I asked, "How much are you gonna pay us if we take that island back for you guys? Once we get the money, we'll take down Pirate Island and split the mountain load of loot between us." But there's no way in hell we'll just handed we're just handing over the island and those criminals after that. Get it? Get it? He says, I'll take charge of Hashinosu, and with those dumbasses under me, we'll turn it into a pirate paradise. I can already see the government and Marines standing there like clueless dogs. Wahahaha. Just, he said, this is just the prologue to my life. Using that island as a base, I'll crush the Navy, bring the Holy Land crashing down, and after that, I'm gonna be king of the world. Loki has some pretty, not Loki, fucking Rocks had some biggest ambitions. And you see Loki in the background. He's opening the crack of the door. He's listening to this whole conversation. Harold says, "Your enemies are too big. You're picking a fight with the whole world." Rock says, "Say what? Say what you want. One day somebody's bound to pull it off. There is no such thing as a power that lasts forever. Join me, Harold. If we team up, we will be unstoppable." You see Loki in the background. He's staring at them, and Harold says, stop inviting me. Quit inviting me. I told you I'm the king." "That doesn't matter." Loki, he's smiling. He's looking. Well, he has his bandages over his eyes, but he's smiling, looking at them. He says, "The world?" Roxy says, I'm going to go claim it. The whole damn world." It says at the bottom, the text, it says, God damn, please get out of here. Loki suddenly realized he found salvation. 4 years passed. Harold continued rejecting the numerous invitations he received until one day, Rock's plans had finally reached uh, his fruition. Uh, Backed by his monstrous crew, he would he would send shockwaves throughout the world. "Set sail, you bastards!" And at the bottom it says, The legend embarks." And that was it. And you see, he finally has his flag. It says Rocks, and he has a skull on the O. So Rocks, he finally got his crew. He finally got his crew. Um, Loki looked up to Rocks because he wanted to take over the world. He had some big ambitions, and Harold was wanting like peace between everybody. Um, Damn, we got a lot of Rocks lore in this one. This was a lot. This was a real lot. Um, yeah. So they met at the Reverie, right? I thought it was Rocks that got him, that snuck Harold into the the Reverie, but apparently it was somebody else. We still don't know who that was, and we still don't know who kidnapped the five of the kings. We just know Rocks came in. He killed an admiral, Navy admiral. He killed one of the Navy admirals, and they both escaped. Rocks became famous, and he slowly started to build his crew out by doing these Davy back fights, which we haven't seen them do Davy back fights since Foxy. That was a long time ago. And he got Stussy, his original crew. He got Stussy, Edward, and Shiki, and some other guys. They said all their names. Ganzu, uh, Ochunoku, Edward Nugget, Shiki, Buckingham Stussy, Don Marlin. So those were like the original people that joined the crew, the original six that joined his crew. And then throughout the years, he gathered more people. Eventually, he got Big Mom and Kaido, and more people. But yeah, man, this was a long ass chapter. We see a lot of Rocks and his literal story. I'm sure we still got a lot more to go after this. So it says there's gonna be a break next week. So there's gonna be a break next week. So I mean, gladly have a break next week because this was a lot of lore dump, honestly. Um, Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. This has been One Piece, chapter 1155. So that's it. That's that, guys. We're gonna wrap it up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you did, please make sure you do all the good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Anybody you think might enjoy, I would very much appreciate it, guys. But I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new positive video, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all take it easy. Peace.